shifts is an important part of the MUR system to make sure your reports reflect the working schedule of the factory. And sometimes you have different types of shift, different types of days, and I'm going to show how that works. But first, we're going to look here in the MUR shift and report, and here we can see our 3 machines and the day and the afternoon shift. And to navigate this, right now we only see today's values. We can, on the top time scale, we can scroll left and right to go back and see previous days. And we can drag with the right mouse button anywhere to zoom in and out. But a more efficient way to navigate this timeline is using this menu option, Go to Date. Here we can go back month and select what interval, what week we want to see directly like this. And yet another way is to right click on this timescale up here. You right click and choose to zoom out to a year. I can then right click within a month of April, and then I choose the April month. If I right click in March, I have the option March. So I can jump to March, I can right click week 11 and zoom into week 11 like this, down to the day. And then we have a shortcut to right click and choose today, so we can see today's value. So this is the navigation in the timeline, and it works the same in MUR shift and reports and MUR terminal. Next step is shifts, how to editing them and to work with a weekly shift schedule. We start looking at this day. I'm going to zoom out to the week and delete everything we see here. I select everything and choose delete. Then we zoom back into the day, and now we start from scratch. I'm going to create a shift here on the first machine. I make a selection and choose new shift. Then on the right panel, I select what group this shift belongs to. And shift groups is useful if you want to make reports that separate different morning and afternoon shifts from each other. So I start with one shift, and once this is created, you can select it and change start and end times just by dragging. But you can also adjust the times in the right hand panel. For example, I want to have 12 exactly like this. And then we create the other shift. I'm just making a random selection. Choose new shift, afternoon. I drag them so they are next to each other and expand them to the time I want. And I can do the same with a night shift. And so this is how you modify individual shifts. You can click and drag them or adjust them in the side panel. Now we want to create this weekly schedule, and a weekly schedule is special compared to a daily one because we have weekends, we might not have shifts, and in this demo I'm going to have not have a night shift on the Friday, which is quite common. So I start by zooming out to the week, and I want to repeat this schedule over the whole week. And so far I'm only working on a single machine, and in the end we will copy this to all machines. So I select, make a selection covering all shifts of the day. I choose copy, And now I want to paste this daily pattern over the 3 days. I make a selection over Monday to Thursday, and on the drop down I choose paste every day. Now we have this weekly schedule almost ready. I want to make one adjustment. I want to delete the night shift. I click it, choose delete, and I take the afternoon shift and shorten it 2 hours as well. Now we're ready with the weekly schedule, and we're going to copy this over the whole time, over all machines, and also into the future. So for example, first I'm going to zoom out so we can see what the shifts look like. We don't have any shifts. If we have shifts here, we need to delete them. And for this demo, I'm going to make this new shift the standard for month of April also. So I zoom into April, I select all shifts and choose delete. Confirm. And I think I missed the last one here. Like this. So now let's go back. So now we can see here we have this going to this week. We copy this weekly pattern. I copy it, and now we on the right hand side we are in that tab that says copy. And now I zoom out to the month, looking back in April, and I want to repeat this shift pattern on all machines for the rest of the year. So I start by making a selection over all 3 machines, and right here I could paste every week. We have a look and we see that the pattern is repeated weekly. I'm going to do it now once more, but this time I'm selecting all machines, but this time I'm not going to paste over this selection. I want to do it for the rest of the year. So instead of choosing these menu items, I'm looking at the right panel where I see the start date made from the selection, but I will adjust the end date to the end of the year. Like this. And then I click this button every week above here. And now we've got 14 collisions, but everything is now pasted for the whole year forward. The collisions we got was from this week's, because we already had these shifts present here. And that's important, that if you want to change a shift where you already have shifts added, the first step is to delete the old pattern, and then copy paste the new one. Next up, we have a special feature that is flexible shifts. And right now I've been showing you how to modify shifts in this program, MUR Shift and Report, by dragging them or modifying them on the side here. And to do this, the user account you set up to use this must have a special permission to modify shifts. But we also have a less powerful feature that you can give to machine operators that allows them to modify the shift they're working in right now. And for example, the purpose of this feature is when you want to make exact shift start and end times. For example, someone might start a shift a little bit early or later, or in the view we see right here, we have the switch from morning to afternoon shift. And in this example, I'm going to show you how to change this time between the shifts to the current time right now. And this is done in the MUR terminal. And I'm going to choose settings here to show shifts so that we can see the shift we're running here right now. And in this example, the day shift is over, and we're going to switch to the afternoon shift. So in this example, we have these two buttons, start and stop shift, and we click start, and then we got options. We can choose to start the day shift, move the start of the day shift over here by clicking this one, which will start it 4 hours later. Now we see it moved directly like this. I'm going to adjust it back. The other scenario is to move the afternoon shift early. We click start and start the afternoon shift. And now it's switched directly to this time. And at the end of the day, we're moving here. At the end of the shift, instead of having the shift and logging time when the machine wasn't able to run, we can now choose stop shift, confirm it's the afternoon shift, and it will move directly like this. So this allows you to get shift times that matches when you start the factory and when you leave factory, if you don't have fixed hours set for this.